Hello, I am Denise Lilvis from the University at Buffalo SUNY and the Oshai Children's Hospital. Firearm violence results in more than 1,000 pediatric deaths each year, a leading cause of pediatric mortality. It also results in over 5,500 pediatric injuries annually. Surveillance systems can help address this problem by providing data to inform policy and practice. The purpose of this study is to describe the existing literature on state and local firearm injury surveillance systems, with particular attention to pediatric-specific systems. We constructed a search in PubMed of English language peer-reviewed scholarship from 1998 to March 31st, 2020. This yielded 2,295 articles, which was reduced to 2,277 following deduplication. Title, abstract, and type were screened by 2 reviewers. Peer-reviewed journal articles were included if they described a surveillance system incorporating more than one data source, were specific to the state, city, or county level, and considered all forms of firearm violence, that is, fatal and non-fatal, as well as accidental and intentional. Publications were excluded if they focused on a specific wound location, race or ethnicity, weapon used, or occupation. 49 publications underwent full text review for eligibility by 2 independent reviewers. 23 publications met all inclusion criteria for final analysis. Most of the articles were published in the late 1990s and early 2000s. One reason for this skew is the release of a 1998 special issue of the AJPM focused on firearm injury surveillance. As a side note, this trend may also reflect the CDC's granting efforts to support state and local surveillance in the 1980s and 90s. The most common source of data was medical examiners, coroners, and vital records. The second most common was hospital or medical records, followed by law enforcement. Although some articles made brief mention of children and youth, only 4 surveillance system articles had a major focus on this group. Perhaps stemming from the lack of articles, this analysis uncovered very few actionable evidence-based recommendations with regard to firearm violence in children. Of our findings, the most pressing is the lack of recent firearm injury surveillance research focused on the pediatric population, and the corresponding lack of evidence-based policy recommendations to address gun violence and its effect on children. Thank you. Please contact me with questions, comments, or if you would like a copy of our paper.